What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode on the Insorum server, and I believe I promised you a redstone build this episode, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We've still got a bit of lag. It has got better though, believe it or not. I was getting pretty bad frames before. I moved the bed out there so we have a nice open space to work with. And I mentioned last episode that I may have to, do some cuts and stuff because I'd have to keep switching back between the server and my single player world. But I actually thought of an absolutely ingenious solution. Ingenious, I know, I'm a genius. Because I actually only got my desktop probably a year and a bit ago, all the stuff I've built before that on Blue World is on my laptop. So I checked Blue World on my laptop, and it appears I did build my brewing station before I got my desktop, and therefore it is on my laptop, and I can just look at my laptop and build the thing. So I'll be able to do a bit of a time lapse for you guys, which will be good, I think. Hopefully that will go fairly smoothly. And I'll probably need to run back and get some supplies first, but basically we're going to build the whole bulk of it first, and then see where we can go from there in terms of design. So I'll get the supplies and we'll get started. Enjoy the time lapse. Okay guys, so the bulk of the machine I think is done. I was going to say it's a lot lower than I thought it was, but I believe it is just lower because I think, because the droppers will actually have to go up a bit higher. So it is going to be a bit higher once the droppers are in. But this is the whole bulk of the machine. It may look like a total mess, and you'd be correct. It is it's just a mess, this thing. It is basically the result of a bunch of hours. I'm not sure exactly how long this took me to get it to this point, but it's a bunch of hours of me attempting to just compact it down to a tiny state. And basically what it does is, in the end, this line powers this hopper for ages. When you put things in this hopper, this line turns on, which keeps this unpowered, and you can see this turns off after 12 ticks there. Which keeps it powered. So while it's brewing, no items are pulled out of the hopper. This timer, I believe, actually, I think I have to put the items. Yes, I'll have to put the items in there. So 26 items is the correct number. That's just after testing previously. So after this clock finishes, this will unpower for exactly the amount of time it needs to pass the items out of the brewing stand. And this extra redstone line here actually controls the items coming out of this, the new bottles flowing back into this hopper. And if I get some problems in this version or in any future versions with this breaking, I can always just chuck a repeater there, give it a bit of extra delay. But I think it's set up so I don't need to do that, I believe. So if we chuck an item in this hopper, of course it won't do anything. But I think, oh no, it doesn't set off the, I think you have to chuck in the one above. Yep, so there you go. So this powers the clock, and you can see the whole effect of it. Once the clock finishes, once it finishes, you'll see the line will turn off. So this block will be unpowered for the exact amount of time it needs for all 3 items to pass out. So there you go. That is the whole bulk of it done. Now we just have to kind of concern ourselves with all the silly little things, all the prettiness of it, and putting the items into the system, which It's going to be a bit of a pain with the space I've got, but I think I'll make it work. So I'll see what I can do, and I'll be back with you shortly. Again, just settings things. The chest is going to go here, and it actually worked out pretty nicely. I didn't actually plan this. I just kind of tried to fit it into the space I had, and it just happened that the hoppers go straight into the chest. Don't need to use an item elevator or anything silly like that, which is excellent. I could even drop it down one more if I wanted to. I'm not too fast though. So the first thing we're going to do is we need a dropper here. Maybe the chest needs to get... I don't know, it doesn't really matter. It can be easily moved. That didn't drop into a hopper, did it? I have a feeling that... Let's check the brewing stand. Nope. As long as it's on the brewing stand, it's okay. As long as it doesn't get jammed in there. Unless it's in one of these hoppers. No, it should be... Oh no, there it is. There it is. It's just... Okay. So that will hold the nether wart. I think... I'm pretty sure that dropper has to go there. I don't think it can go anywhere else. It possibly could go... It actually could go on the other side, but it's really hard to access via redstone there. So I think it has to go there. Yeah, I'll have to move the wall one more forward. Okay, I didn't want to build it flush to the windows because it makes the windows look terrible. So yeah, that's alright. It doesn't really matter. We've got plenty of space in here. So that dropper goes there, and then the other droppers... I'm just thinking of what I can do here. I can't put them on this level because the redstone interferes with it. I can on this side. So I think I'll do that. I can actually put them... Yeah, I can put them there too. I can actually jump on top here. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, can I... Yeah, that should be right. If I'm pairing that, then that'll pair that. Yeah, alright, let's try it. Actually, yeah, I thought that was going to happen. Ah, damn. Grab that back. So, this is really awkward to get the good angle on this. 1, good. 2, 3, 4, 5. Just extend that hopper train. There. So that should work. And it doesn't just have to work, it has to work with the way the things are set up too. Yes. Okay, that should be fine. I'm thinking that should be fine. Alright. So we'll leave it like that. And I can't get up now, of course. I've got some ladders. So I don't think I'll need the ladders. Alright, let's just jump stack. It's not very far. So for this, I believe, can we... I'm not sure that'll work with the redstone, putting it up here. So we can do that. So we can put one of them here, I believe. Actually, just dig into this wall. Ah, damn. Sometimes you get the wrong angle on them. That's sometimes the wrong orientation. Let's jump in here and see if we can place it here. Okay. This is the trickiest part of the design. We really don't want to be firing this clock until we need to, and if the items are too far away, then I may actually have to reposition these droppers so it fires the netherrack at a slight delay, or else we're going to be having troubles with this clock firing before we want it to, which is very undesirable, and we're going to get crappy potions out. But that's all for testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. So this all should work because we can run. I'm just trying to think here, and I'm hoping, because I'm feeling it may... I don't want to interfere with the hoppers. That's my only issue. You know what? I'm going to go the safe route here. I'm going to go the safe route. Just so we don't interfere with the hoppers, just so it's really, really consistent. I'm going to put the droppers one block up, just because I'm paranoid. I don't want to actually put any blocks on the design, lest I screw it up. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just put it on the side there. Okay, that should be fine. We'll have to put a back wall on it, so I'll have to remember to do that so the items just don't go flying off anywhere. Yep. Okay, and we'll do the same for this side, I guess. This is a lot easier to build on creative, I gotta say. It's one of these builds, I think. It's just going to be much easier on a creative world. We don't need these blocks. Nope, we do not. We do not need those. You know what? I'm going to bite the bullet here. There we go. So it's a bit easier. Ladders are the best thing. If you don't use ladders, what are you doing? One, actually, these are a lot easier to place. 4, 5 with an extra hopper on the end, and that should be good. Yeah, that should be fine. We'll replace our little floor there. Just jump down there. Alright, so these will hold all the main ingredients. So there are 10 main ingredients for potions, and then of course we have redstone and glowstone, and we also have we technically also have fermented spider eyes, so that will actually appear twice in the system, but and splash potions, that's the other one, so that's cool. They'll hopefully go on the ends, maybe on one side, I'm not really sure. Again, it's all just aesthetics, and it's making sure it works with the aesthetics that I have, so we're just gonna block all this up just like that, and that should be good. That should be all the 10 main items, so that should be good. I'm not really sure how I'll do the additions yet, so I'll do a bit more work, and I'll be back in a sec because I want to work some stuff out here. Okay guys, so we've got a little bit of time left in the episode. I think I'm just gonna keep going now and try and work out stuff on the fly, at least, because the majority of the redstone is done. The bulk of the redstone's done. It's really just kind of copying stuff down now and seeing basically if it will work. Yeah, so I've chucked the extra things on the end here because it works. It's guaranteed to work provided these things work here. The additions to the potions aren't really the concern of the system, is kind of my point. So they're going to work provided the rest of the thing works. So I'm not really 100% concerned with them. We really have to get the first bit working first, and then we can worry about the additions at the end. So basically, there has to be a redstone wire under here, and I'm just trying to see if it will actually fit in here. I think it will. I think I've got off here, because I didn't really... I was going to build this a different way. So basically, we run a redstone line under here, like that. And basically, now we hope that the timing of the thing works, because it's by no means guaranteed. We're actually going to have to get rid of these to actually put the redstone line in. And I'm hoping you can kind of understand what's going on here. We'll grab that. So redstone line runs here, and I'll actually make it go to there. Will I? No, I will make it continue, because I have to. Does it work? Yeah, it doesn't affect it whatsoever, because hoppers, pairing a hopper only locks items going into it possible. Oh, actually, that might be a problem. Okay, we'll see if it's an issue. Can we pair it, please? Doesn't look like I have a redstone. Doesn't look like I have anything that can power it. Great. Let's go grab a redstone block. I put it in the top chest. There we go. Just take all. Add all to cart. And let's see if this is an issue. I have a feeling it will be. Oh, my voice is getting a bit raspy. Jeez. Muted my microphone there, guys. Look how good a YouTuber I am. Yep, so you can see that fired. Like that. And you can see that there's nothing in the dropper. But there is something in this there's already stuff in the hopper. That's why. Okay, we have to let the clock run now. Damn it! Great, it's raining. Hopefully it's night so I can sleep. But basically, we don't want this thing to fire. We don't want it to fire. Let's see. When the netherrack goes in. We don't want it to fire. And I don't think it will, actually. Okay, it's back on. I'll actually... In fact, I didn't need to move that. I could have just... We'll just go straight up the front here. So this shouldn't... Does not look... Ah, well, there was nothing in there. Now, the reason it shouldn't fire is because there's this little bit at the start here, if you can see with the 2 repeaters and the torch here, it's actually a bit of a buffer, so quick pulses don't trigger the system. That's what it's there for. And it looks like it's worked. It actually looks like it's worked. So is there... Ah, okay, so it needs to be something that can actually go into the brewing stand. Great, it's fired. What can go into a brewing stand? Redstone can. Redstone can. Let's just chuck a redstone in. And we have to let it run its course again. Let's just wait. Is it finished? No. Now it's finished. Okay. So redstone's in there. Don't tell me it's got... Yep, that's exactly what I thought would happen. No. So it appears we cannot put that there. However, I think what we can do... So that will be like that. Alright, so yeah. We've already run into our first issue, haven't we? We can't have it there because when we press a button, what it will do is actually power this hopper so no items can flow out of it, and thus triggering the clock, which is not what we want. What we want to happen is if we do that and then power it. And does that get stuck? See how it didn't get stuck and didn't fire the clock. So now it's in the brewing stand. It's in the brewing stand. I can't access the brewing stand. There you go. We can see it's in there. And it hasn't triggered the clock, which is exactly what we want. Let's try it one more time. I want to try it one more time just to see if it indeed does work. Put a block there. Okay, so we're looking to see... Chuck a redstone in there. We're looking to see if it fires the clock. Yep, so you can see that torch just flashed, and that repeater over there around the back probably flashed, but the pulse was too short, so the 4 repeater didn't actually go off, and therefore the whole thing didn't go off, which is exactly what we want, and we should have the redstone in the... Oh, I can't access the brewing stand properly. There we go. So that's exactly what we want. So the design will work now, provided we can find a way to fire these droppers, but also manage to fire this without powering the hopper. That's going to be a bit of an issue. So I think I may have to kind of work some stuff out on camera there. Oop, food. So what we're going to do, and then... Yeah, so what we'll have is a torch here, so an inverter. And basically what will happen is the netherrack will fire into the brewing stand. It'll start to brew. Then following that, the item that is fired out of one of these droppers, so any of the main ingredients, will be put into the hopper system. The netherrack will get into the brewing stand first 100% of the time, so we don't have to worry about that. And then the main ingredient will come down, get stuck in this hopper because it can't go into the brewing stand, and then fire. It'll actually activate this. It's actually a falling edge trigger, I believe, as well. It must be. Yeah, so it'll activate the falling edge trigger so the clock won't go off. And then if we have an additional ingredient, it will come down and put itself into the hopper as well. And only when the last ingredient is removed from the hopper will the clock set off. And then once the final ingredient is brewed, the potions will be deposited into the chest. Yes, so that's what we want. I just trying to think if there's any potion with 3 ingredients. There is. Potion of invisibility uses 3 ingredients. I think it'll be alright though. I think it doesn't matter what order you put the... I don't think it matters what order you put the additional ingredients in, so I think we'll be right with that. We're actually almost at the episode length, aren't we? So I'll have to figure out this, but basically we'll have a torch here, and then they will fire well after these ingredients, so they're put in after the main ingredients. So that's the kind of idea there. But I think we're out of time for this episode, so I'm going to do a bit of work off camera. The main bulk is done. I just have to work out how to power this dropper without... And I want to power the other side too, so I have to work out how to power it without messing with this hopper. And then I can put the other things in, but hopefully you will see a completed and functional system next episode. But until then, I must bid you farewell. Thank you very much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed this redstone build. You know, for once, I've actually got some redstone done on camera, which is good for me. I like it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back with a functional system next episode. So until then, hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you later, guys.